any and everything show with your hosts, Jake and George.
There it is. Another introduction, another episode, and the start to another, well, good day.
Good week.
Good week. Yeah, it's true. Coming out on Mondays now.
That's right.
Rebranding.
Jake, jokes aside, if we zoom out,
Let's zoom out for a second.
I think this will only improve consistency.
Yeah, it's easier to get that early week.
It gives us the whole week and weekend to get together.
Even
we
though
don't limit ourselves to Monday through Wednesday.
Yeah. Even though it's hard to double up on these because you'd have to keep having different beers, and there's only so many things that happen to people in a week.
Jake, are you trying to say that after 110 episodes, we shouldn't be doing weekly episodes?
No, what I'm saying is it's hard to double up, record multiple in a week.
We've done it.
I know, and it's not easy.
It's not easy. People think this is easy.
You gotta have a lot planned, and we don't usually plan at all. So when you gotta have those doubles coming out, that means business.
They tell us our job is easy, Jake, but it's just not.
And after 110 episodes, which is this one right now, we're starting to figure it out.
Yeah.
Starting to hit our stride.
We might need to rebrand it 150, come out with a whole new logo, episode 1, now that we got it figured out.
Yeah, season 2, right? Season 3 or 4?
5, maybe.
But whatever season this is, we're glad you were here and glad you're listening. Always thankful for you guys listening to us out there. If you're new, welcome to the gang. It's fantastic to have you along for the ride. If you're a day one listener, well, obviously, we appreciate that love as well. Mm-hmm. Each episode, George and I get together, open up a new beer. We review it and talk about it, but don't just talk about beer because that'd be a little silly.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about a little bit of any and everything because in this crazy, crazy world, there's just way too much to talk about. George, am I right about that one?
Jake, you are right about that one.
Yeah. Well, I say we just hop right into the hops.
Hop into the hops. So, Jake, this one should come as no surprise to you.
Yep.
This week's beer is from Barnstable.
I think it's Barnstable.
Barnstable?
All those Massachusetts cities have those, it's they roll everything into one. I don't think it's
Cod?
Barnstable. I think it's Barnstable.
Cape Cod?
Yeah.
Martha's Vineyard?
Yeah, well, you know what I'm talking about. Because the guy that we had talked to, he explained that a lot of these come from old English towns. And, for example, Bournemouth, right? We don't say Bournemouth. It's Bournemouth. Those kind of words. This is spelled Barnstable. I think it's called Barnstable.
Welcome to Barnstable.
Anywho, as you were saying.
This week's beer is from Barnstable Brewing. It is the Mango Milkshake, a milkshake IPA, 7.5%. Jake, this is from your bachelor party weekend.
Yeah.
We were at this brewery. I myself had this beer.
I did not get to have this
Okay,
one.
perfect.
So it's a treat for me.
Yes. But, when in Rome, as the kids say, we decided to bring home one of the beers from one of the breweries that we visited. And we settled on this one.
Yeah.
For whatever
reason. It
reason.
had raving reviews all around the brewery and the party. Everyone seemed to love this one, so it seemed like a no-brainer.
I thought it was good.
I
had it. I don't remember exactly what it tastes like, but I think it's going to have some mango flavor in there.
I hope so.
But yeah, this is the one we went with. This is the one we brought all the way back home.
Yeah, it traveled. It aged
from Massachusetts.
Aged with beauty.
I think we're 2 weeks late, but hey, it is what it is.
That's all right.
I gotta tell you something.
Beer.
It's good for me.
And time for the first sip impression.
Yeah, I mean there's mango in there, and it's a good IPA. I will go with a solid, if I do say so myself, What, you chewing over there?
No, I'm trying to get the aftertaste. It's got a little bit of a.
You know what it tastes like to me? It tastes like a bee to me.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I think it tastes like a. I don't know. I think it actually is a C.
Oh.
Yes, right in the middle at C, I think. Oh. I don't know. I the first sip I didn't get the it's leaving me with a little bit of a.
You know what? It doesn't have the same taste fresh out the tap.
Oh yeah,
the
maybe that's
brewery
it too.
taste.
It's been sitting a little bit in a can.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. The aftertaste is just a little odd to me, but the flavor is pretty good.
Flavor's there. It's interesting that, like, you look at the can and there's like sprinkles raining down from the heavens.
The heavens, yeah.
Which I guess is somehow milkshake related. But I don't know who gets sprinkles on their milkshake.
It's got to be a real thick milkshake, maybe with some whipped cream on the top to hold those sprinkles up.
Oh yeah.
We just actually got ice cream the other day, and it was perfect because it was kind of a gloomy night, and we have a Dairy Queen like right up our
Is a
street.
gloomy night a good night for ice cream?
The only reason it's a good night for ice cream is because there's no line. We walked right up. There wasn't anyone waiting. It was like 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock on a gloomy night. I'm surprised they stayed open.
They close at 11.
Yeah, but on a gloomy night?
Like during the week, I think that's pretty wild.
On a gloomy night?
But
I'm saying 10 p.m.
Yeah, there was no line, and it was walked right up, got some blizzards.
Okay.
We went for the minis, the small cup.
Yikes.
Um,
Was the walk even worth it?
Yeah, it was.
Did you walk all the way there?
I mean, it's one block. So yeah, we walked.
Okay.
That was the whole incentive. Let's walk and get some ice cream. We'll eat it while we continue to go for a longer walk, and then it was a whole thing.
I would have walked
right,
and then
back.
on the way back, got it, ate it on the walk home.
Yeah. Well, I think we just wanted to walk with the ice cream.
You just wanted ice cream.
Well,
as soon as you
course.
could get the ice cream, the better.
Yeah, exactly. So we were like, all right, let's walk over get ice cream because we didn't know if they might close early. So we took advantage of seeing no line. I mean, like, let's go right now.
Yeah, I hear you. What'd you get?
I got it's called the Cherry Chip Blizzard. Never had it before, and I also didn't know they had cherry ice cream.
Why wouldn't they?
Because I feel like they only had. They're only known for like chocolate and vanilla.
Are you talking about soft serve?
Yeah.
You got a cherry soft serve.
Well, I don't know if it was cherry soft serve. I just got a Blizzard, but it was called the Cherry Chip Blizzard. It said cherry ice cream with little chocolate chunks in it. But I didn't know at the time that they had cherry ice cream going into it. I was like, I'll see what this cherry chip ice cream is all like. Cherry chip.
You didn't know they made cherry ice cream, Jake?
I didn't know they had any ice cream other than chocolate and vanilla. I was always and mint. I knew they had mint.
What are you talking about?
Like, I didn't really remember.
What do you mean mint?
Like mint chocolate chip.
They don't have mint. They don't put mint ice cream into Blizzards.
Well, they did for Megan. Megan got a thin mint Blizzard, and it was mint ice cream with little.
They put vanilla ice cream, and then they put mint flavor in.
Do they?
Yeah.
I don't know if you're fucking with me or not, because I really don't know what's going on behind Dairy Queen's doors.
No, I'm telling you.
All right, so what do they do for the cherry?
My go-to ice cream is ice cream, but my go-to Dairy Queen order is a medium mint Oreo Blizzard.
Okay, and that's vanilla ice cream with mint flavoring.
Yeah, it's vanilla ice cream, and then I've seen them pump the mint in, but also sometimes it doesn't mix all the way through. So sometimes there's a slight bit of mint syrup left on the wall of the cup.
Wow, okay. So it's a full-on syrup thing.
Yeah.
Green and all?
Turns it green, yeah.
Okay. So mine must have been cherry syrup.
That's what I'm thinking.
But it had little cherry chunks in there. Maybe they have cherry chunks to add to the...
Maybe they
They fooled me. Regardless of how they made it, they fooled me because it tasted like cherry ice cream with little chocolate chips in it.
That's what they're going for, Jake. I mean, they're a... They've been around a while, okay?
They have been around a long time.
They know ice cream.
Well, didn't... All right, so hard ice cream doesn't go into the Blizzards.
You know what? I'm not a Dairy Queen expert, Jake, so I don't know why you're asking.
Damn,
me.
I wish I knew someone who worked at Dairy Queen. I could get him on the phone.
I know someone who works at Dairy Queen.
Currently?
He might be
Dairy
there.
Queen
He might be there
He
right
might.
fucking now.
He could walk us through.
He's a big listener. Yeah.
Wow, what are the odds?
Should I put it on speaker? Or?
Sure, I mean, we'll see if he answers. Wow, this is great.
Is it great? Nothing's happening yet.
It'll be great if he answers.
Are you gonna cut this out?
No, this is what
You
happens.
should
baby.
talk, Jake. Drown out the silence.
Well, there's not silence; it's anticipation. All right. Well, we'll never know, I guess.
Hey, well, what was your question?
No, that was my question. If hard ice cream can go into a blizzard.
I'm sure it can.
Regardless, we had a fantastic little mini blizzard experience.
Good.
But I am a big fan of milkshakes.
Like just in general?
Yeah, and like root beer floats, like
Okay.
because we were talking about who gets sprinkles on a milkshake.
Do you? Since you're such a big fan?
Well, I've seen milkshakes with sprinkles.
I feel like I've seen them too, but only when there's whipped cream on top. And I see without sprinkles more often than I do with.
I would agree with that. Do you like floats? Do you like root beer floats? Soda floats?
I feel like they're kind of overrated.
You could do without them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
I felt the same way until I recently just made a homemade one.
We did the what was it? The cream ale. We did it on this very podcast
yeah, we
with
did.
a scoop of vanilla ice cream in it,
Yeah.
which I thought made that beer a lot better.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I could do without floats.
Okay. That's fair. I know a lot of people love like a root beer float.
I just don't get I guess it's good.
Yeah, it is good. It's just different than your normal ice cream dessert.
Yeah, it's like I'm thirsty, so like I'd like a beverage, but do I really want to get like a water with my ice cream, or I could just get my soda and my ice cream combined?
Yeah, the only tough thing is you never really know how to eat it.
Yeah.
Do you just approach
Do you
it
get a
with
spoon or a straw? Both?
Yeah, I mean,
Like if you get just a straw, then you're only getting little scoops of ice cream at a time.
yeah, you're going to have
Or
to
you're
get
using the ice cream just to make your drink creamier tasting.
Yeah. At that point, I'd rather just get a smoothie or an actual milkshake.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the milkshake.
Yeah.
Cookies and cream milkshake all the way.
I don't get milkshakes often. Because
when
I
I
guess
do-
they don't present themselves.
But when
to
I
me
do, I
very
drink Dos Equis.
often. You're a vanilla milkshake person?
I just said, Jake, if you were listening,
I wasn't.
if you had to guess,
I'm guessing 100% vanilla.
I just said a very specific one.
Oh, well, you get the mint.
No, that's the Blizzard.
That's the shit.
Cookies and cream milkshake every time,
From where?
anywhere.
Anyway, even if they don't have them?
I ask for them. No, yeah, cookies and cream milkshake every chance I get.
Did we talk? I don't know if we talked about this, but I went to a diner fairly recently, and for some reason it just began to blow my mind how many things are on a diner's menu.
Yeah,
It's uncomfortable, actually.
it's like a novel.
There's no way they have all that stuff back there.
They do. Have you ever been to a diner and someone ordered something, they say, we can't make that? Not only do they have all those things, but they have enough of all those things to make it for everyone. Like, I feel like I've never been at a diner where they run out of something.
Yeah, but there's not many places where you could get a milkshake, steak, fish and chips, an omelet,
Yeah, we get it, Jake. That's the whole point of a
tuna
diner.
sandwich
Yeah.
in one place.
Yeah, it's the whole beauty of a diner. But not only do they always have all those things, they have stockpile of all those things because they never run out.
And I remember I was with the group of people I was there with. One of the people ordered something that wasn't on the menu. And I was just like, I couldn't believe that there was nothing to satisfy their...
Someone asked for something that wasn't on a diner menu?
Yeah.
What was it? What would they
I
ask
think
for?
it had something to do with dietary restrictions.
That's different.
But yeah, it was just so funny because it's a booklet, that you're going through trying to figure out what you want, and the lady finally gets there and it's like, you know what, do you have X, Y, and Z? And of course they did. I mean, they have stuff that's not even on the menu. That's how crazy it is.
So he got his order fulfilled.
Yeah, without even question.
Like she didn't even bat an eye.
He was like, yeah, I'll check, but I think we can do that.
Well, dietary thing is different, but I feel like even now, like, they have options for everyone's diet at diners. It's not just the usual smorgasbord.
I know, but find me a place you can get shrimp and pancakes. It's one in
IHOP.
I don't think you can get shrimp at IHOP. You're gonna look that up. There's no way you can get shrimp at IHOP. The International House of Pancakes.
When you say there's no way, Jake, it makes me want to look it up more.
Doesn't IHOP only have breakfast? What are you Googling? Can you get shrimp at IHOP?
No, I'm looking up the IHOP menu, Jake.
Jeez.
Carry on. What were you saying?
How do I carry on after you think you can get shrimp on IHOP? What were we even talking about before the diner? Oh, milkshakes. So that's a place where you can go and get like a normal meal and then just like top it off with a milkshake. Like not many places you can just go have a dining experience and not leave to get a really good dessert. So I think diners are kind of
no, I feel like every restaurant you should be able to get a really good dessert.
Yeah, but a milkshake, I feel like not every restaurant's whipping up a milkshake in the back. That's just my...
Jake, what's going on over there?
What? Oh, sorry.
You didn't notice that?
Oops, I'm connecting here. I didn't. I felt it, but I thought it was you actually. Yeah, diners are I don't even know if they're underrated, but I think we're spoiled with them.
Okay, well, I mean, you win and you lose, Jake. You win some, you lose some here, because maybe I could keep scrolling and find shrimp on here, but I don't see shrimp on the IHOP menu. However,
I'm glad you can't.
You can get grilled tilapia at IHOP.
Man,
so like, I was wrong, but I was right at the same time. Like, I feel like that's in the same category, the same boat.
Yeah,
the same boat.
That should not.
You can catch them in the same boat.
Yeah, you can. That should not be on the IHOP menu. It's a disgrace. I mean, guaranteed. I mean, it's probably just frozen, just like.
Yeah. What do you think happens at the diner? You think that's all fresh?
No, everything from the diner is probably frozen, except for tuna.
You think the tuna is never frozen? That should be you should open a diner, and that should be your motto. Like Jake is a great name for a diner too.
Jake's, yeah.
Jake's Diner, established 1993.
Nice.
Come on down. We have everything all the time. Everything's frozen except for the tuna.
Everything's frozen. Tuna's always fresh.
Yeah, or fresh tuna every day.
That was just like Dunkin' when I used to work at Dunkin'. Everything food-wise besides the donuts and the tuna was all frozen.
Oh, the tuna at Dunkin'.
The tuna was
frozen?
fresh. We got that every day.
Interesting.
New to put into the refrigerator.
Who brought that?
The people, I guess, who brought all the other stuff.
So at the Dunkin' warehouse, whoever's dropping off all the stuff.
It's probably a local bakery that they make like the specialty donuts at. And
but they're whipping up some fresh tuna every morning.
Or they're just picking it up on the way. I don't know. But it was fresh.
Did you ever have the tuna?
Yeah, it was good.
Good tuna.
I mean, it was already mixed. It was like a pre-mixed tuna, but it was in individual sealed.
Just enough for a sandwich?
Just enough for a bagel with tuna on it.
There
if
you
someone
go.
wanted it. Or a tuna sandwich.
Huh.
But yeah, I wouldn't really. Your wake-up wraps and your Taylor hams on croissants, we're just popping them into an oven.
Like a Jimmy Dean's.
Yeah, getting them hot. But good times, man. Good times. The world of food really, it blows my mind sometimes. The older I get, the crazier it is.
It's kind of wild.
Yeah.
Like how processed everything really is. Like they say, try and cut out like processed foods from your diet, but like,
I know.
Unless you're getting it right off the farm,
farm to table.
You cut it, even if you didn't cut it yourself. Like if you didn't kill the cow and cut that meat out yourself and bring it right home to your freezer, like If you went to a farm, picked out a cow, and the butcher brought him into the
Stuff's being done,
farm, I feel like there'd be some smoke and mirrors in there that you're getting some kind of processed meat.
There's always smoke and mirrors.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and then you go to like, a fancy restaurant with like all this like locally sourced stuff, and you wonder why things are so expensive. Just probably because it's hard to get.
Yeah, good luck going around here and getting some locally sourced lobster.
Yeah, that's true.
There's not many caught off the Jersey Shore.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta go a little ways out, but there's lobster out there. Lobster are, I think everyone knows that lobster used to be like a prison food. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
Lobster used to be served in prisons back in the day because an excess amount of lobster makes it start to taste poisonous. So
Makes what?
It starts to taste terrible after having it. Like if you had lobster every day, it would start to taste really bad.
Interesting.
And then
You just,
now it's considered like a delicacy.
You just develop a palate.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just the flavor of it or the chemicals in it, but you could fact check me, but I'm pretty sure either it's a Snapple cap or something. I read it somewhere where
I'm not sure about you, but lobster is a rare treat in my household because it's so expensive. Just look at Luke's Lobster. They charge $16 for a fairly small main-style lobster roll. Honestly, who wants to pay all that for a minuscule amount of meat? But let me tell you that the lobster I often longed for wasn't such a rare delicacy back in the day. Actually, it was much less than that because it was considered straight-up garbage.
Mm-hmm.
So how did the lobster go from complete crap to a fine dinner that the elite eat, you ask? Well, to find out, blah, blah, blah.
Elite.
Yeah, so you're pretty much right.
Yeah. I do wonder, though, how it kind of turned from...
They were called the cockroaches of the sea.
Yeah.
These hard-shelled creatures were even used as fertilizer and fish bait because there were just so many around. Lobster was also known as the poor man's meal because the overabundance of these guys made it easy for people with no money to get their protein. In fact, these crustaceans were fed to prisoners, apprentices, and slaves. However, this all started to change in the mid-1800s because of canned food and trains. Lobster actually became one of the most popular canned products on the market.
Woof.
And although canned lobster doesn't sound too fresh and appealing to me, I guess you got to do what you got to do when you don't live near the East Coast. With train tickets becoming affordable, more and more people were also heading out to New England cities. This made fresh lobster become even more popular, and because of this new demand in the 1880s, restaurants and markets were able to mark up the prices. So by World War II, lobster was considered a delicacy, and as a result, what was once a poor man's food became only affordable for them richer peeps.
That's crazy because there must have been people alive when it was...
Well, no, not anymore.
Well, no, not now, but at the time, when like post World War II, you said, when it became a delicacy, and then there must have been,
like, you know how like our grandparents say, like, oh, we used to go to the movies for like a nickel.
Yeah, and gas used to be 13 cents,
right?
Per gallon.
But like, we used to go to the movies every Monday for a nickel, and now it costs us like $50 to go to the movies.
Yeah, I know.
There must have been their grandparents were saying, like...
They were giving lobsters away.
My parents would make lobster every night. We would throw it into the garden as fertilizer.
Now we have to budget if we want to go out for a lobster
Now we can have
dinner.
lobster once a month.
It is true. I feel like it's annoying because lobster rolls are so good, but they're so expensive. Mm-hmm. But they're not, to me, they're not worth the money. Unless they're like super fresh, because it's just a little sandwich and you're getting a little bit of lobster.
Just a little sandwich.
But I feel like when you're going out and you're paying for a lobster, it's more of like an experience.
It's true.
Of like the clamps and the knives and the forks and the whole charades of it all, you know?
What about we make them at home?
Yeah, I haven't done it in a while, but when I did, it was fun.
It is always fun, lobster, like crab legs and stuff like that. They have to it's like an interactive meal.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's and that's half the battle is like trying to
get all the meat out.
Yeah.
Especially the crab legs. trying to get every piece of meat out of those little skinny ends and stuff like that.
It's a weird thing we do as a species, though. Like, look forward to and feast on little crustaceans on the bottom of the ocean.
No, I think that's like
Part
any
of it, the circle
that's like
of life.
any meat-eating species, though. They don't let any part of
Anything
the animal
anything
go to waste.
I guess, yeah,
They pick the bones clean.
I know. And now I'm also learning of the whatchamacallit. Oh, we got the Dairy Queen caller.
We do.
Hold that thought on the lobster.
Chuck.
What's up?
What's up, Chuck? Did you get my message?
Yeah.
All right. Well, you're live on the air of episode 110 of the Any and Everything Show.
Right now?
Right now.
Right now. Let's do it.
All right.
Question.
All right. Jake was we were talking about Dairy Queen.
All right.
And Jake goes, "I wish I knew someone who worked at Dairy Queen, like in the past."
That's me.
And I was like, "Well, little do you know, Jake, we got a top listener who is currently employed by Dairy Queen."
I am.
All right, Jake. So hit him with the hard-hitting question.
Chuck, welcome to the show, man. It's a pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you.
So last night I got a cherry chip blizzard,
Okay.
and it was delicious.
All right.
And I didn't know.
Would have been better if Chuck made it.
I didn't. Yeah, of
Yeah.
course. I didn't know if they had cherry ice cream.
Cherry ice cream?
Yeah, do they not?
No.
Okay, so they fooled me.
Yeah.
So in a blizzard, they give you vanilla ice cream and then they put like a cherry syrup in it.
Yeah. It's like cherry syrup, I'd say.
Okay, and they had little cherry bits in there, huh? Just to fool me a little more.
You know what? I don't think I've ever made a cherry blizzard in my life.
Sounds like we got the wrong guy.
No. You got the right guy right now.
Okay.
Well, my fiance got the mint chip blizzard, like the mint.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
and that one, that one's made with vanilla with mint syrup as well.
Yeah. Mint syrup, and then, like the chocolate dip.
Yeah.
You put that in there. Well, no, that's for a milkshake, actually. You take chunks of chocolate and put it in there in a blizzard thingy. We'll just go, blend it right up.
That's what it sounded like while we were waiting.
Yeah.
Damn! Wow, they fooled me because I didn't know if you could put the hard ice cream into the blizzard.
No.
No.
It's only soft.
No.
Yeah, never hard.
Never hard. Only soft.
Always soft.
It's a motto I live by.
That's Dairy Queen's motto.
Always soft. Never hard.
All right, Chuck. Well,
If there's anything else you want to add to the show, the floor is yours.
I just like to shout out Anime Police.
oh, okay.
Those are my brothers for life. I love them. And tell Blood I said, Blood. And, thank you for having me, guys.
Chuck,
Love the podcast.
Chuck, it was an honor.
We'll have to get you on in person sometime. All right?
Yeah, I would love that.
All right, Jake, you should say thank you because Chuck's about to get fired for giving out all the DQ
Yeah. Thanks.
secrets.
We won't get. We'll silence your name.
All right, thank you.
All right. Thanks for calling back, Chuck.
Of course.
See ya.
Bye.
There you have it. Swindled by Dairy Queen.
You were bamboozled, Jake.
You know what? I'm okay with it though.
It still was a good blizzard.
It was
so
still good.
the end product is all that matters.
Yeah. I gotta figure out those cherry bits though.
He said that for the mint chocolate, they
You're
just
throwing
put
in the
chunks of chocolate
chocolate,
in. So they
yeah.
probably just put chunks of cherry in.
Yeah. Well, they gotta
Not
figure
that
it out.
complicated.
Still delicious.
All
Can't complain.
you got, Jake, was some vanilla soft serve, some syrup, and cherries.
and little chocolate chunks.
Some little chocolate chunks.
I mean, they did a great job. And the mini, was just enough. Like, I think back high school, maybe even like middle school. Like, I could take down a large of those, and it was no problem.
Yeah, a large blizzard I could always eat. But, towards the end, you'd have to get through the melted bits.
Yeah, you're struggling at the end.
Yeah, so I always go with a nice solid, and it rolls off the tongue. It's got the beginning alliteration of the medium mint Oreo blizzard.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, it's just the right size. It's a good amount of
I know.
ice
I
cream.
couldn't even believe they had a mini. Smaller than a small.
You
believe it
walked
or
up
not.
to the window, and the guy just went, "You look like a mini guy to me."
Yeah, yeah. He was waiting for
And you
it.
went, "They have mini?"
Yeah.
I'd love one.
Yeah. I didn't feel great saying it, but
Yeah, can I get a mini blizzard?
with no hesitation, he made it. He made it.
Yeah, he just
This is
already
for
had
my-
one.
it's for my
already
kid.
had one. He just did one of those like when you're tricking a kid. You know, he just did like a little 360 and had it already ready for you.
He's like, "Oh no, this is it's for my kid. Yeah, it's for my kid.
Yeah,
If
can
he
I
wants
can I get a mini and a large? But actually, you know what? No need for the large.
Yeah. He just he can't have too much sugar, you know. But yeah, back to lobster. Actually, you don't have to go back to lobster. Lobster doesn't need it anymore. We know it's expensive. It shouldn't be.
But it's damn delicious.
Yeah, same with caviar.
It's
Do you
almost, I've never had caviar.
like me either?
Actually, no, maybe I have.
you know what I assume?
I've had escargot.
Okay, that's snail, right?
Snail.
I just assume that caviar is like, you know, those little balls they used to have at like a 16 Candles or like a yogurt shop. Those little like pop balls, like fruit, little like clear fruit balls that you could put in your yogurt that like explode.
Mm-mm.
Anyway,
I think I went to a frozen yogurt shop once in my life.
really, I love frozen yogurt shops.
Yeah.
Yeah, guilty as charged. I love frozen yogurt. Okay, but anyway, I
We
just
had
feel
the
like
one in town too. Fox Island used to be a froyo
Fox
place.
Island. Where the
Yeah.
hell is Fox Island?
Where Luke's Fajita is now.
Never heard of Luke's Fajita.
Where
I'm not from here anymore, so you have to give me like geographical.
Fox Island's been there for a while.
Where is it by?
It's across from. It's right by South Shore. It's between South Shore Marina and Browns Point.
Oh,
Right
down
on the
by
water.
you.
Nope, across the way.
Oh, so
you know where
like-
Ari's Road is?
Yeah,
The
yeah,
Lincoln
yeah,
Ave?
yeah.
Giving out our address. But
Don't worry, I don't think anyone's gonna
right
show
at,
up at her house.
right at the end of it, by the across the street from the gas station, is pretty much. It's a little bit down to the left, but it's pretty much right there.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I do know where you're
Now
talking
there's also like a pediatrician's office right next door.
about. Yeah.
JR Screen Printing, I think,
Yeah.
shares
Yep,
the
yep,
building.
Yep, I know exactly what you're talking about now.
Okay. Used to be a froyo place in there.
I thought you were talking about that little place that used to be the Rita's up across from
Ah,
the old
no.
Stop and Shop.
I think
or-
Fox Island did move in there a little bit.
Oh, that place was always changing. After
it still
Rita's,
is.
it was every year. It was a new
Rita's
place.
wasn't even there that long.
No.
So, like,
God, I don't know how. How is that? How is Rita's not there for a long time?
yeah, because there's one in Riverdale. That's
Yeah.
been there forever.
Don't get it. Perfect real estate too. A little hut right in the corner. Like, how could you ask for anything better?
It's just no parking. It's got to be it.
Can't do
Like
it.
nothing in there does well.
Yeah, we have a place. Remember the place across me in Stanford that I got my wallet stolen? That little pizza place.
Yeah.
Every year it's something new.
Well, that's because they're criminals.
Right.
That's
That's because
because
they
they're-
don't follow the law.
That's because they're running a front and they don't actually have any
Oh, my
business.
God.
They just need to keep changing the name for tax evasion
yeah,
purposes.
that's true.
That's what I think
No,
about
you're
that.
probably right. You're probably right.
If you go in there, no matter what cuisine they're selling, what country they're selling,
It's a
like
front.
pizza, Chinese, Thai food, some Indian food,
Yeah,
it's always going to be the same employees.
it's true. Yeah, it was. It's so funny those restaurants that always seem to change over. There's that one on 23 that like kind of by the auto mall, crossing the side of the highway at that little.
Oh,
hut.
it's actually been a. I think they do like barbecue.
Oh, okay.
It's been that for like a couple of years now.
Oh, staying strong.
Yeah,
Cool.
I hear it's good barbecue.
Oh, okay. Love it. I love when a place that like is constantly in rotation, there's like that one that sticks.
Yep.
Like, you guys did it. You did it.
You guys, then
figured
you
it
know
out.
it's good.
Yeah, you figured it out.
Because like there has to be a reason that one is sticking.
Yeah.
and the food has to be so good.
Oh man, that is.
Or there's those little places that have been around for as long as you can remember.
Yeah.
And the two that come immediate to mind, and like you think like, how is this place still in business? Like I just even
Yeah.
going in there,
Yeah, you're
and
like-
like getting the food is like, oh, it's really good food, but it's
Yeah.
like, what's the secret here when other businesses
What
can't
are these
stay in?
guys doing?
And they're both hot dog places. The one across
Ah.
the street from your old place,
Yep.
what was that called? The Weenie Hut,
The Wienery.
the Wienery.
Dude, that place is still going strong and it's still delicious.
Yeah, and then Paul's place in town. Paul's place is such like a like a subdued
It's overlooked, too.
like restaurant.
Yeah.
Like interior's been the same since like 1980. And all they do is make like hamburgers, hot dogs, and fries.
Keeping it fucking simple.
Yeah.
That's the saying, right? Keep it simple, stupid.
Either keep it simple, stupid, or open up some kind of hot dog stand. Obviously, they do well.
Yeah.
Longevity.
Dude, I never turned down a hot dog, man.
Longevity.
I never turned down a hot dog. Wow, that's making me... I kind of want to go to the Wienery on my way home.
All right, Jake, let me ask you a
I
question.
might not even tell Megan.
I'm not going to keep it a secret.
She'd kill me.
From
She loves the Wienery.
Oh, because you can get... Why don't you just tell her and then get her
Oh,
something?
I get her one? Dude, that would
Or
be...
don't tell her and just bring her home one.
Oh, man.
You know her favorite wiener?
Yeah, I know what she gets.
Okay.
I'm not going to tell everyone what her favorite wiener is, but it's not meant for this show.
Jake, I think we all get the implication. I'm just going to ask you, I'm not even going to give you the headline to this, Jake. I'm going to move us along. I'm going to get your mind off the wieners.
Okay.
I'm just going to say in or out.
Okay.
Are you in or are you out?
Are you in or are you out? Well,
Man, that was a weird night when we made these jingles, huh? Sat in front of a computer. I haven't heard that one in a long time.
I know. So,
It's a jam.
Jake, are you in or are you out?
Before the headline, I'm in.
I wish you just said out and we just moved on.
After
After playing the jingle and everything. Because I only have one headline this week.
Okay.
And you said you're in. So, the people of Rome are being held hostage by wild boar.
Wow. All of the pages. How many wild boar are over there?
The people of Rome are being held hostage by the wild. The Pope is held hostage, I guess.
Yeah, what are they going to do?
I don't know. But it reminded me a lot of that monkey story of killing all the
Oh, yeah.
The dogs?
The dogs, yeah.
But then I read this article a little bit, and it's like, if you kind of like, zoom out.
Yeah, let's zoom out for a
Zoom
second.
out for a second. This sounds like a very dramatic, like, screenplay or book, the way this article is written. Right? So I'm just going to
Clickbait, huh?
close your eyes and kind of
Close it.
step into the shoes of a Roman.
Yep. I'm there.
It was 11 p.m. in Rome, and 44-year-old psychotherapist Marta Santagello was walking down her street, a bag full of trash in one hand, her dog's leash in the other. As she approached the trash cans on the darkened road, she realized she was in danger. She quickly scooped her dog into her arms and took off running, but it was too late. Her attacker leapt from behind, and Santangelo fell to the floor, the latest victim in a series of attacks on the citizens of North Rome. In Santangelo's case, it was a large sow with a litter of 7 piglets in tow. Although the wild hogs don't normally attack people, they can pose a danger to humans and pets if they sense danger to their young or their food sources. The animal was on top of my head, Santangelo told Italian daily La
We need
Repubblica.
Italian accent.
If my dog had not defended me, I don't know what would have happened. Santangelo was lucky. A motorist who witnessed the attack drove her to a hospital where she was treated for minor injuries. But Romans have been rattled by the increasingly common and increasingly brazen encounters with the animals, and angry at the local government for not stemming the boar incursions. The Italian capital is home to an estimated 5,000 to 6,000 wild boar.
It's a lot of boar.
They live in the city's parks but venture into populated areas at all hours of the day and night. They often move in large groups searching for food, entering school and hospital grounds, pursuing outdoor restaurants, and nonchalantly crossing busy streets and highways.
Let's go, fellas. Time to move.
Videos have captured them nipping at shoppers' grocery bags, attacking pet dogs, swimming in pools, and nursing their piglets on the asphalt streets. This time, the victim was a child, or it was an adult. But what if it happens to a child? Local activist Franco Quarantata told La Repubblica. With their teeth, even just a bite to the leg is enough to jeopardize someone's life. Wild boar can weigh up to 220 pounds and grow to 5 feet in length. Some citizens of North Rome say the local government is failing to protect people, and they've taken matters into their own hands. Several neighborhoods have urged residents not to venture out at night when the streets are emptier and help is harder to come by. It is a reaction of self-protection, says the newspaper. Authorities have decided to install fences along strategic points in a bid to keep the boars inside parks, and also to fence in some of the city's public trash cans to discourage the scavengers. The matter has been a political hot potato for years, with the city and regional governments accusing each other of inaction. The people of Rome are being held hostage by wild boar, says David Granieri, head of Lazio Region's Agricultural Association. The Lazio region surrounds the city of Rome. It has allowed the culling of wild boar by hunters since 2019, and Granieri is pushing for the same to be permitted in the capital city. The situation, which we have been denouncing for years, is now out of control. This is not acceptable in a capital city. That's
pretty solid. So it sounds like these boar have basically made this city their home.
Made this city their bitch.
Waiting outside grocery stores.
Nipping at shoppers' bags.
Just reminds me of just like a guy out like standing in front of a store with like a cigarette, like when people come out just like throwing.
No, you know what it reminds me of? Not just that. It reminds me of like either the Girl Scouts or the veterans. or around Christmas time, the Salvation Army just like shaking a cup or ringing a bell. That's like, hey, any donations? But the wild boar just nipping at the bags.
Oh, come here.
Hey,
swimming in pools.
I smell
It's like let's go cool off, fellas.
It's been a hard day of scavenging. Or just nursing their young on the asphalt streets.
Go around.
Can't you see I'm busy here?
Damn. I love that they just like, they said they live in parks and just like will go into the suburbs at night. Like, in
large groups.
Right past the park, they're just like laying, just like spread eagle, like, yeah, keep walking.
It's our off time.
So it sounds like our squirrels. It's like they live in the parks, but then they just like come to our houses.
But they're bigger.
But they're just huge.
I just like the beginning was so dramatic about bag of trash in one hand, dog's leash in the other. As soon as she got to the garbage cans, she could sense she was in danger.
The attacker leapt out from behind the guy. He's just waiting behind garbage cans. It's wild boar. I mean, from what I have heard about wild boar, that they are nasty, like very territorial. Mm-hmm. But it's just a hilarious image thinking of...
They can't run very fast.
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. God, that is so funny.
Yeah.
The people of Rome.
Yeah. And they got all these experts to speak on it.
Oh, well, it seems to be a very hot issue.
Let's see. The average... This is going to sound sexist. The average male human runs 8 miles an hour.
Okay.
The average female human runs 6.5 miles an hour.
Just bigger bones. Longer legs. Not saying the female can't work their way up to run 8 miles per hour. It's just genetic.
Yeah. Let's see. The average... Oh. Okay. Well, the average pig, not wild boar, but the average pig...
Just a little piglet.
Apparently runs 11 miles an hour.
Oh, so we'd be in worse danger if we were being held captive by pigs.
Yeah, they're lucky they're only wild boar there. Actually, 25 miles an hour.
For a pig?
For a boar.
Okay. That makes a little more sense. That's terrifying.
That is... I'd stay in my house.
Yeah, at night? Dude, like, imagine just running as fast as you humanly possibly can and not even being able to escape.
And a wild boar runs 3 times faster.
Yeah, that's scary.
Well, just a little blurb underneath this headline. The headline is "How to Survive a Wild Boar Attack." All you need to know. But the little blurb
all you need to know.
Oh shit! The little blurb under it is: do not forget that the feral hog can reach between 25 and 30 miles per hour. Moreover, they can jump over fences less than 3 feet high.
The feral hog.
So they can jump 3 feet high and run 30 miles an hour.
That's absolutely terrifying. They sound like superhuman animals.
30 miles an hour.
Oh my god. Wild boar. Never thought they had it in them, you know?
No. So, I like to think of myself as a above average sprinter.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah. So, I mean, I still don't stand a chance.
Nope.
Hang on. I just want to see something real quick.
Maybe they're not agile, though. Maybe you can, make sharp lefts.
They can jump 3 feet high. How is that not agile?
Yeah, but maybe if they're just going in one direction.
Come on.
It's like bees. Can't bees, fly really fast, but if you, move in directions they can't, if you zigzag, they,
Wait, they just lose you?
have trouble following you.
You think they just lost? If they're coming, they're dead set on stinging you. You think if you just zigzag a little, they're just like, fuck. He's gone.
I think so.
All right. So Usain Bolt's top speed was 27.33 miles per hour.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Holy shit! I thought it was like 12, 15.
Oh, it's still not as fast as a wild boar.
No, but what I'm saying is 20.
27. Jake, that's the fastest man ever.
Yeah, it's
so, I mean, if anyone's going to run that fast, it's him.
Yeah.
But he's still not outrunning a
Still
wild
can't
boar.
get away from a boar.
Yeah. A feral hog.
It's a great band name, the Feral Hogs. All right, do you have a riddle before we go to halftime?
Oh, shit.
I know you just read a lot, so I didn't want to hit you back to back, but I'm gonna.
Well,
do
you
it.
did anyway. You didn't want to, but you did. I have some saves.
All right, I'll think of a word to describe my beer.
Yeah, why don't you just think about that?
It's not as I remember, but it could be because it's canned.
Mm-hmm. You said you didn't have it.
Oh right, I didn't have this one. I had the milkshake IPA, not the mango milkshake.
Yeah, I think it was a different flavor, possibly. It's not how I remember it tasting.
Well, you didn't have it, so it's fair. I'm gonna call it. I'm bewildered.
Okay, bees on the brain, huh?
Because I know the flavor's there, but for some reason it's leaving me with
Wanting more.
an off aftertaste.
Could be the can, I guess. But no, I get you.
It's like a bitter. I guess it could be kind of tinny. It just has a weird aftertaste to me. I don't know.
Just doesn't quite do it for you.
Maybe you're not getting that, but I am.
Don't speak for me.
I don't know what you're getting.
The Barnstable Brewing Mango Milkshake IPA.
That's it. That's her.
Jake, I've just had such a good time thinking about feral hogs. I haven't really spent too much time thinking about the beer.
That's okay. That's good, though.
So I'm going to go with range.
Okay, like home on the range.
Yep, because on the can it looks like a home on the range.
It does.
Wild boar love to roam and graze on the range.
Yep.
This beer has
A range of
tastes.
Yep.
And depth in range.
Yeah, I think you covered it. You're good.
Yeah. Okay, good. I just went on their website to try and find the other milkshake IPA that they had. They had a coffee vanilla milkshake.
No, I didn't have that one.
They don't even have mango milkshake anymore. So
Wow. Limited release.
that's right.
Heard it here first.
We got just the couple. All right, this week's riddle, Jake, is: I come in many colors, and I am very thin. I am found in every country, even in your home. I am very important. You can be creative with me. I can even help you learn. What am I? I come in many colors, and I am very thin. I am found in every country, even in your home. I am very important. You can be very creative with me. I can even help you learn. What am I? Really letting them play out there and think about it. Yeah, this one throws a lot of information at you.
There's a lot going on.
A lot
with
of
that one.
words in there to try and think about. But if you think you know it, shout it out,
Yeah.
and the answer will be revealed at the after we come back from a break.
We'll give you a brief break to think about it.
That's
But
right.
that's all you guys got. So pause it now if you need to really think.
If you want more time, you got to pause it.
Coming up, we got some more fun topics and, of course, a top 5 list.
Mm-hmm.
So stick around, baby. Shit, I really wanted to send us off.
Are you recording all this?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I wanted to send us off. Okay, we'll be right back, baby. Oh, and just like that, we're back.
Oh man,
Jeez, sorry to bore you.
feels like it's been a while.
Not long enough for a pizza.
No, nope, not long enough for that.
Still no pizza break.
So the riddle, Jake,
Yep.
was: I come in many colors, and I am very thin. I am found in every country, even in your home. I am very important, and you can be very creative with me. I can even help you learn. What am I, Jake?
You know what? I don't know, but the only thing I could think of was a map.
Paper.
Oh.
For some reason, the answer has an exclamation point after it.
Oh.
Paper.
I can help you learn, huh?
As long as it's got something on it.
Yeah. A blank piece of paper. I initially thought crayons, but crayons aren't important. They can be found at home. It's come in different colors in different countries.
Different countries.
But they're not important, crayons. You can be creative with them.
Is paper very important? I guess.
It is. It's
Yeah,
very
It's
important.
very important.
Not what I thought it was, though.
That was kind of a weird one.
Yeah. Well, what are you going to do?
Yeah. Nothing, Jake. It's done now.
All right. So
Sun is done.
what are we doing? Are we doing our list now, or do we want to talk about some more stuff, or should we just get into the?
You got more stuff to talk about?
It's just small stuff,
Why
but
don't you hit us with something?
something small.
Something to talk about.
Okay.
Since it's on your mind.
I noticed last night that I'm starting to
Go gray.
a little bit.
Lose
but
your hair.
I didn't notice that last night.
Okay.
I'm starting to talk to the TV a little bit more,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know where it's coming from.
Have you been watching a lot of TV by yourself?
No, and that's the thing. Like, I'm doing it in front of Megan and everything. Like, I'm like agreeing with broadcasters on plays.
Yeah, what do you give me an example that happened last night?
So we were just watching the Yankee game last night, and
Yeah, so was I, yeah.
a situation had come up, and I was talking out loud about the situation, and the broadcaster went over the situation. It was similar to what I was saying. I'm like, yeah, exactly, yeah, yep, I knew it.
Like, you weren't
See?
even saying to Meg, like, see,
I
that's
wasn't really even talking to her.
like
you
that.
know?
You like talking out loud. The situation is one thing, and
Yeah.
then when you hear the confirmation, I feel like you would be like, see, Meg, that's it. I should be a broadcaster. That's
No,
exactly
I
what
was
said.
saying it out loud. I'm like, exactly what I thought.
Did Meg point it out, or did you notice?
I don't even really know if she thought already noticed it, but I noticed it because there was no reaction.
Did you do one of those things like?
I was like, yep.
No, when you instantly realize something that is something that you shouldn't necessarily be doing,
Yeah.
but no one else sees it, but you see it. Did you kind of shut up and sit back?
Yeah, I clammed up a little bit. I was like,
You went,
oh wow,
wait,
I'm
I should-
talking to my TV.
yeah, I should just.
I'm
I'll just try to be
agreeing with
quiet.
people and a little bit. I'm just a little bit more vocal about at the TV about the TV.
God, you're just becoming
A dad, I
an old
guess.
dad. Yeah.
I mean, it was even at commercials. I'm like, oh my god, look at this,
Can you believe this?
just out loud.
I'd ever buy
It
something
used
like
to
that.
be everything that I thought in my head, and it's starting to slowly.
You're losing your self control.
And you know how that old whatchamacallit, not a saying, but how our grandparents lose their filters.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not starting to lose my filter, but I'm slowly starting to just project my stupid thoughts out into a room of nobody,
It's interesting.
And it is a very dad thing to happen.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like you could walk into a room while a dad is watching TV and he will be talking.
Oh, look at this.
Oh.
You believe this?
Wait, get this guy off the screen. If I hear one more word,
I know.
I can't get him off. Change his channel. Where's my clicker?
And I used to think like, oh, it's like I can't believe like grown adults yell at their TV about sports or stuff. And
here
I'm
you
not
come.
getting verbal, like loud. Like I was just talking out loud to the TV, with no one listening. I wasn't telling Megan something. I was having a one-sided conversation with a broadcaster. It was just pointless. And it was just one of those things that like it hit me. I was like, Jesus Christ, like what's going on? I got to rein it in.
Jake, if and when you ever become a dad, it's just going to be like just stereotypical right out the book.
Yeah.
It's going to be Jake.
Yeah. I'm afraid it's already happened.
I don't know if that's a bad thing, though.
I don't think
if you
so.
are the stereotypical dad, then you're going to be a good dad, I think.
I want to be I like the stereotypical dad vibe.
Yeah.
I just want to be in above average. I don't want to just be just like a dumb beer drinking good time dad. I want to be
No, that's not the stereotypical dad.
Oh, it's not? Okay.
Has a beer or two, but goes out to the garage to fix something.
Yeah, fiddle
in the house.
around. Yeah.
Not just drinking beer.
I'm already there, man. I'm dad mode without kids,
Like every day there's something that can be fixed in the house. Like that chair's been squeaking in the kitchen for years, and just today's the day that you got to go in there and fix it.
Speaking of house stuff, today actually,
Yep.
breaking news.
Okay. Play the news. Play the sound for breaking news.
I don't have it. I have the this one.
Hi, I'm Tommy Chong. And good day, Tampa Bay.
Do you think?
News.
Perfect.
News segment. at the end.
Perfect.
I'm not high by any means, even though this is kind of a overexcitement.
Okay.
We just got keys to. Hold your breath here.
Okay.
Drum roll, please. A storage unit in our apartment.
Wow.
Right down the hall, baby.
Wow.
And let me tell you, this may not be exciting to many, but
or any,
correct. But for some reason, being able to declutter
I'm sure
a space,
I'm sure it's huge.
and bringing stuff that we couldn't ever find space for, that is just tucked in corners, just not in a right spot. Being able to move things out of the apartment into a storage unit it feels like a weight off of my shoulders.
Well, yeah, you guys have had bikes and golf clubs and everything.
Fishing poles. I mean, we're stuffing things in the car that are.
You should have almost bought a storage unit and just set up like an office for the coaster business.
Honestly, I could have.
That'd be pretty cool.
Well,
actually. I'm going to the office.
This is actually almost leading right into my next talking point, but the storage unit I want to stay on for a second because being able to separate what you need at the moment and like what's just there is like,
and it's super nice that it's in the same hallway.
It's right down the hall.
That's awesome.
It's so nice.
That's very convenient.
It's like a 12 by 12, so it's pretty big. I mean, we can put
bikes,
anything,
golf clubs, fishing poles.
Think about it.
Yeah, anything.
You tell me what it is, I'll put it in there.
13-foot ladder.
We're starting to can't fit that. We're starting to get some like registry stuff in from like Megan's bridal showers and stuff.
Yep.
And it's just sitting in our living room, our one room.
Not anymore.
But not anymore. We're starting to slowly move everything out. Like we're clearing off our deck. Like we can go out there and enjoy the space now. We have like flower pots that aren't being used and
yeah, you can put like your winter clothes.
Yeah,
in
like
there.
we have winter boots out there. Just like stuff that's just clutter that you don't realize you have until there's nowhere to put it.
Right.
Type of thing.
Right.
And it's also making us look at like decluttering because like we have like there's two of us. We have so much shit.
Right.
Where is this all coming from?
Years and years.
Yeah, I mean
that's why people have garage sales.
I know. We've been living together for 4 years now, and it's crazy the stuff we've accumulated, just the two of us. Like that's why it's wild when families live in a house like my parents have lived in our house for 26 years,
right?
27 years. They've just accumulated all the stuff over that year, all those years. And it's just in the basement, in the attic, like, and they're starting to
Get rid of some of it?
get rid of some stuff because like, we have so much shit. No one uses anything,
It just piles up until the point that you just got to get rid of it.
Yeah. Consumerism, baby. That's us.
Hoarderism.
And I'm not a materialistic person, but I like things. If that sounds
Materialistic to me.
like, I don't need to have the nicest and the best, but I like
But you want it all.
gadgets and stuff, you know? Like, I like
Watches.
having a bunch of things. Yeah. That doesn't take up a lot of space.
Yeah, but you got to have 8 of them.
But then, like, you're fishing, right? Like, fishing gear, there's just so much stuff you can have with fishing,
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't need a Rolex watch, but I love having a bunch of shit that I can use to fish. You know what I mean? And that takes up so much space.
You don't need a Rolex watch, but you need 10 other cheap watches.
Correct. Bingo, baby. But yeah, the storage unit, man, it feels, if anything, it's a PSA to declutter, just go through and see like what
unsolicited advice.
Yeah, that is some unsolicited advice right there. Just declutter the life, Spring cleaning time anyway.
It is. Well, we always joke about, talking about weather the older you
Got to
get.
do it.
But the weather. It's spring cleaning time, but it's not spring cleaning weather yet. You can't open up the windows and go outside and stuff like that.
I mean, I just walked outside before and it's starting to get a little warmer. I would say
this weekend, because we have our town's trout fishing derby.
Nice.
So that is on Saturday. It is supposed to be 50 degrees with a chance of rain and wind. So it's gonna be cold.
Yeah.
On May 7th. So it hasn't been May weather yet.
No, we haven't had a spring. It's just going to be summer.
Next week's supposed to be 70.
All right.
So
it's going to turn into summer in no time.
yeah, it is. It's going to happen fast.
Oh yeah, and you had mentioned like going into the storage unit for like the coaster business.
Mm-hmm.
So Megan got me a thermal printer for Christmas where I can just print out shipping labels for customers. So if like I need to, I don't have to go down and print off a 8x11.
UPS
yeah,
store
it's just a. So I learned that you can order supplies just straight from UPS if you start a business account with them for free, and they'll send you supplies, like based off of how much
shipping supplies.
Yeah, so like I ordered labels from them.
Yeah,
and I just looked and it was like there's only just a bunch of standard options about like of what you could order, and I didn't even look, and I was like, oh yeah, I just need a roll of thermal labels, right? So just a roll for my thing, and I got like the order confirmation and everything. I'm like, oh sick, should be here in a few days. And I looked back and the default option was like 2,000 labels.
So that's how many you have?
So soon I'm going to be getting a shipment from UPS that has just, I'm guessing 20 rolls, like 100 rolls on a thing.
Yeah.
But I didn't look.
So you're going to have,
I'm just going to have 2,000. I'm not going to need any new UPS shipment for years and years and years.
It's not a bad thing.
I know.
The business is going to boom and you're going to be ready for it, Jake.
But I just looked. I was like, wait, 1 by 2,000? Is that right?
Yeah,
and that's right. They just box them up, and so I'm gonna have to store my labels in the. I'm gonna need one roll. One roll should, like, if it's 100 per roll, which maybe it's more, that'll last me months and months.
Unless the business takes off, Jake.
If I'm at that point where I'm using up 250 a roll, like in a month, then I'm gonna need to really switch gears or something, because then I'm not gonna be able to keep up with that type of demand.
Fingers crossed, Jake. Fingers crossed.
I don't know if my fingers are crossed about
Fingers
that.
crossed, Jake. You never know.
Oh,
business is booming,
Yeah, I mean, it's not booming, but I mean, it's trickling in.
Hey.
That's all you can ask for.
Trickle. Just a little trickle.
It's exciting when people other than friends and family order things that you make.
Appreciate your stuff.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. No complaints yet. I've had no complaints, and I'm waiting for the day where I get like my first Etsy review where I'm like
the back comes unglued or something.
Yeah, where it's like 3 stars. Like, thought this was going to be much cooler, or like
turns out it's a piece of
kind
shit.
Of shitty. Yeah, like
Maybe Jakey just nailed it first try.
No, I definitely didn't nail it. The only thing I can't get away from is the can or glass. If it gains condensation and runs down to the bottom, it sticks.
Yeah, well,
but
that's definitely going to happen.
Any coaster that isn't a hard surface, or that is a hard surface, that'll do it. but like they make like foam or cork.
Mm-hmm.
That won't stick, but like it just doesn't look as cool,
No, definitely.
There's no way I can combat it though. I just can't figure it out. Unless it was a textured top.
Yeah, you made it, you
That's
like
it.
sanded it to be rough or something,
Yeah,
but then it
who
wouldn't be
wants
as
that?
clear.
Won't be clear. So
You win some, you lose some.
yeah,
Jake.
you do. All right, I think it's time to do our top 5, which was very, very tough.
It was.
Um,
It definitely was, Jake. This week's top 5. You have some kind of list for this?
I do.
Some kind of list
made the list!
of Nickelodeon shows. Now, I'm pretty sure the list that we shared was Nickelodeon originals. Some of the shows I've never heard of. Some of the shows I don't remember necessarily being on Nickelodeon. But I think I got all Nickelodeon originals on my list.
I think I did too. I think.
So that was the goal of the list. Top 5 Nickelodeon originals. Now, I had a tough time narrowing it down, and I made a list of 10.
I have 7.
But I have them in order.
Oh, you do? Okay.
So I could go through the top 5. But
right.
I'll just throw out. Well, how do we want to do this? 1 through 5, 1 through 5, or 5, 5,
Yeah,
4,
I
4
think we
again?
can do 1 through 5.
Okay.
I think that works for this one.
All right, Jake, I'll start.
All right.
Number 5. Hey Arnold.
Can't go wrong.
Can't go wrong.
Cannot.
The coolest bedroom of any show growing up.
Agreed.
I feel like every kid wanted the attic pull-down bedroom into a giant skylight.
Yeah. He did have the coolest room.
Yeah, the coolest room.
Still does. I have yet to see a cooler kid's bedroom.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, definitely not. But just a classic show. I can't really remember that many episodes about it. And I feel like I watched it more when I was younger.
Yeah.
But I remember watching it a lot, and I
Yeah.
remember loving the bedroom.
That's
So
great.
for that, number 5. Number 4, Rocket Power.
Okay.
Spent a lot of time watching me some Rocket Power.
Oh, yeah.
Another one I can't really remember too many specifics of episodes, but I remember like bits and pieces about a lot of them. The time that they met Tony Hawk and they like got trapped in his warehouse and they had to skate their way out, kind of thing.
That was awesome.
And a bunch of other things, but I don't really remember a lot of specific Rocket Power episodes.
Remember the one where they learned that Twister's name was Maurice
Yeah.
when he had to clean his bedroom?
Yeah,
and his
and the-
mom yelled at him?
Yep.
That was a great one.
Yeah. And they had Squid.
What was the one with the...
They always played hockey in the cul-de-sac, and
Yeah.
Squid was the goalie.
Yeah. There was a hockey episode where like...
They played on ice, I think.
Yeah. Oh, damn. Man, I wish you could rewatch
They had
these.
Tito.
Oh, yeah. Tito.
Yeah.
Kula Rooney. Kula Rooney.
Number 3, Fairly Odd Parents.
Oh, okay.
Only because I feel like I remember that one a little bit more.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because I liked it more. I don't remember when all these came out necessarily. I think these 3 are the older
Yeah.
ones of my top 5 list.
Yeah, I think so.
I just remember Fairly Odd Parents more, so I think I probably watched it. It's probably a little bit newer.
Mm-hmm.
Watched it when I was a little bit older.
My parents didn't love that. They didn't like me watching Fairly Odd Parents because it was so loud.
So why don't you just turn it down?
No, because like everything in the show.
Oh, they
was
were just
loud.
screaming all the
Yeah,
time?
like the high pitched fairy voice, and like Timmy Turner had that really high pitched voice, and
Oh, okay.
then his sister was loud too,
Tina?
or Tina, yeah, whatever it was.
Where's Tina, the girlfriend he always wanted?
Oh yeah, they just had that high voice, and I think my mom just hated it.
Fair enough. I'm sure there's gonna be plenty of shows that we just hate that our kids watch.
Oh my
and just
God.
won't even let them watch it. Anyway, number 2 for me. You're a big fan. Drake and Josh.
Oh man, oh boy.
I'm pretty sure. I don't know if we got out at 3:00 from school, but it was on at like started at like 3:15.
God Almighty, God bless.
Started at like 3:15. I feel like the second I walked in the door, Drake and Josh episode started.
It was a perfect welcome home.
Yeah, it was always on when I came home from school, so that's what I watched a lot of the time. A great show. The only like real live
Yeah,
person show in my top 5.
Okay.
And
fair.
number 1, SpongeBob SquarePants. I think
just a cult classic.
Yeah, I think I watched that show up until like last year. The older ones. I think if you split SpongeBob in half, the newer episodes are just like forced.
Yeah,
It's
true.
They're trying too hard to either be funny or like squeeze a moral into it.
Yeah.
Or whatever's wrong with the newer episodes, they're just not right. The first couple of seasons of SpongeBob SquarePants are TV gold.
It's just gold. The original nonsensical Life Under the Sea.
And you'd get like 3 episodes.
Yep.
In the half hour of the show.
Yep.
They just do like short little like 5-minute episode. You'd watch the whole thing, then it'd be a commercial. You'd come back to a new episode.
I know.
But
that's where our attention span went out the drain, I think, when we started watching SpongeBob.
I could have had something to do with it, but it was so good.
Yeah,
I used to be able to quote so many quotes from SpongeBob. I still probably could. I think SpongeBob's kind of a thing that's ingrained in my brain that like if a situation comes up, a SpongeBob quote just might fly out of my mouth without me really even realizing it.
I mean, we're still saying my leg after all these years.
Yeah.
My leg.
They only recorded that once. They didn't
all
have
you
someone
need.
record that 20 times. That's just one recording the same sound every time.
What's the scream that goes into a lot of movies?
Is it a Wilhelm scream?
Yeah, the Wilhelm scream. It's in like a lot of really famous movies.
Yeah.
It's just one sound that they throw into.
I wonder if that guy collects royalties off that.
He better.
You know what I learned? A sidetrack real quick. That I think he was a football. I could probably look it up, but some athlete named Anthony Munoz.
Okay.
So a Hispanic name that has a tilde or an accent over the O, I believe.
Okay.
I want to say it's a tilde. Apparently, I heard on the radio, he owns the tilde. So he like trademarked it when no one had it or something. Or
When the language didn't have it.
No, they had it, but no one
used it.
No one had the rights to it.
What?
So he copyrighted it, trademarked it, whatever he did to it. And now if any company or any business or any player or anyone wants to use it like commercially,
they have to go through this guy.
He collects royalties on it.
Dude, what?
Yeah.
That is it sounds so crazy made up, but it's probably not.
Just imagine like
owning a comma. The apostrophe.
Someone must own them all. And like Merriam-Webster owns them all or something, and they just don't care. It's like free use. It's the English language, but the
tilde.
No one thought to do the tilde.
And this guy was like, "Oh, baby, I'm gonna cash in."
I wonder if that's even right.
I hope it's right.
I just heard it on the radio, and I just chose to believe it and then spew it out here as.
Usually, I do that a lot too. I don't corroborate a lot of things that I hear or read, and I usually only do that with like nonsensical stuff like that. Like there would be no reason for me to go back and be like, you know what? Let me fact check this. I'd be like, oh, that's crazy. I'm going to tell all my friends.
Yeah, I just told everyone that I could possibly ever know.
It's a good bar fact.
If it's even a fact.
Good party fact.
Anyway, my top 5, Jake, in order from 5 to 1. Hey Arnold, Rocket Power, Fairly Odd Parents, Drake and Josh, and SpongeBob.
Can't complain about that top 5.
Can't do it.
It's almost unbeatable.
I got 5 in quotes, honorable mentions as well, but I don't know if you want me to give them to you now or we hear your top 5 and maybe some of them are in there.
We'll do the honorable mentions right after this. My number 5.
Yeah.
Hey Arnold.
Wow. Same
Look
spot.
At that. It was too good to not to get out of the honorable mentions, but it was just some I just watched more than Hey Arnold.
That's what I'm saying.
Still
I think, although I
show.
do think I watched Hey Arnold every day. Like that was one of my go-to. It was just the older one.
Yeah,
it's like an older cartoon. So.
I definitely remember like watching a lot of it.
Like
my recollection of it.
Yeah, I feel like I remember watching more Hey Arnold than I did like Fairly Odd Parents.
Okay.
But I just don't recall as much of it.
The biggest memory of Hey Arnold is when they froze the street and played hockey in it. They like undid the
fire
fire
hydrant,
hydrants, and it froze.
I remember them playing stickball in the little
Yep. The little
abandoned the
alley, right?
cutout
Yeah.
of the alley, and then they built a building there.
Yep. So there's memorable stuff there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You got Olga and Gerald.
Oh yeah. The grandpa with the huge Adam's apple.
And the bump on top of his head.
Yeah, it's weird.
I learned from Hey Arnold. Now I'm remembering it all. I learned from Hey Arnold that you weren't supposed to flush the toilet while someone was in the shower.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I learned that from a Hey Arnold episode
Wow,
because
there
it
you go.
shoots out hot water. But modern day plumbing, that doesn't happen.
The grandpa
really
always got blasted with the hot water while he's in the shower.
Yep.
All right, coming in at number 4. The Thornberries. The Wild Thornberries. I loved the Wild Thornberries.
I never really watched them.
I was a big fan.
I watched them a little bit, like Nigel.
Loved Nigel.
Nigel
Thornberry. Donnie. I mean, you had the whole crew, man.
I wasn't a big Thornberry fan.
I can't remember too much of it, but I do remember loving it.
Our whole lists are just going to be. Yeah, I don't remember too much of it, but it's in my top 5.
I know I loved
Fuck
it. I know I loved it.
That's one show I do know that I didn't love.
Okay.
I think I was a big Nickelodeon person over Cartoon Network.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, and I feel like I would just switch to whatever was on Disney or Cartoon Network at the time instead.
Oh,
of,
and you saw that, you're like, I don't want to watch it.
Not my show.
Yeah. I mean, that's fair. All right, number 3, SpongeBob.
Oh,
I know it's your number 1. I know.
All
I
the
know.
way down. To
I know.
3.
I know.
It's painful.
I liked SpongeBob a lot.
Not enough.
I think it's the most memorable and the most you can repeat the most of it. But
I think it's because the episodes were short.
yeah, I just think it was one of those shows that was always on, but I never kind of remember looking forward to when it was going to be on. I just knew it was going to be on.
Yeah.
It wasn't at 5 o'clock SpongeBob's on. It was looks like SpongeBob's on again.
Neither did I, but whenever it was on, it wasn't coming off.
Yeah, you were glued. Right. So my number 2, we got Rocket Power.
Okay.
I was into it, skating, everything.
Yeah, big skater kid that you were.
Oh yeah, I was huge. Big skater guy.
Yeah.
Still am at heart.
Skater Jake.
I will never not be Skater Jay. You can take
You can take the skateboard away from the Jake, but you can't take the Jake away from skateboarding.
So true.
It's so true.
Yeah, I just loved everything about Rocket Power.
It was the lifestyle you ever wanted to live. The kids would just go out there and skate and surf all day.
Yeah, it was the lifestyle I wanted.
Yeah.
But knew I was never really going to get. So I lived through Rocket Power in a lot of ways.
Otto.
Really enjoyed it. Yeah, Otto was the man. I related probably more to Squid. Just being kind of
hockey goalie.
He was a hockey goalie. That's probably why.
Goalie.
I never knew why I related to him so much, but that'll do it.
You saw a little bit of Jake and Squid.
I mean, some people still reference the Woogity Woogity Woogity.
Oh,
the handshake.
That will live on forever.
That's it's just a classic.
Absolutely.
And then lastly, coming at number 1, you probably saw this all the way through.
Me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Drake and Josh.
Yep.
It was a staple in the Karinko household. It was the one time at a young age where my sister and I didn't bicker or fight. We sat down on the couch, we popped a couple of Yoo-Hoos, and we enjoyed...
And threw every straw wrapper behind the couch.
Oh, yeah. And we enjoyed a good hour of Drake, Josh, and Megan just going at it.
And a little bit of Jake and Tess just knuckle touching.
Yeah, we sat there, giggled, and then after the show was over, you never know what happened. It was mayhem.
Put each other right in a headlock.
But yeah, that was our, or at least that was my schedules to come home, grab a Yoo-Hoo, pop it open, I'd toss the wrapper over the couch,
behind the couch,
onto the radiator, which is a huge fire hazard.
If anything, it'd just melt.
And just indulge in some Drake and Josh. And it's to this day, it's just going to go down in history as one of my top childhood shows.
It was a great show.
The more you watch it now, it's not great.
It's not made for people.
It's not made
for 30-year-olds, Jake. We are 30 now.
We
almost.
are. That's
some
insane.
some sooner than others.
I don't like to think about that.
Anyway, Jake, a solid top 5. What was the one that you put in that? What was your number 4?
My number 4 was Wild Thornberries.
Oh, Wild Thornberries.
Yeah.
So swap out Fairly Odd Parents for Wild Thornberries. All right, Jake, my honorable mentions.
Yep, let's hear it.
It's a little bit more than 5.
Okay.
But I'll go in order, I guess. Number 6, old school, Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Oh,
did you ever watch that show?
Yeah, I did. I didn't love it.
I lived for that show.
Okay, I don't know. For some reason, it kind of gave me the heebie-jeebies, that show.
It was kind of like American Ninja Warrior for kids.
For kids, yeah.
And then there was it was like
those guys scared me when I was
It was
little.
like for kids, if you took American Ninja Warriors and combined it with Indiana Jones, and it was like a kids game show.
Was that the Aggro Crag one?
I think so.
Where they had the last.
They had to climb up
mountain
the
where they had to
mountain at
climb
the
it?
end. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that's what that was.
Those guys that hid inside the temple and grabbed the kids, they always scared me when I was younger.
I always wanted to be on that show, so I always would watch it and
envision yourself.
Yeah. And then so that was my number 6. Almost got up there to Hey Arnold, but Hey Arnold just kind of took it.
Okay.
Then number 7 for me was going to be a big combination because I kind of lump all these together is Guts, Double Dare, and Figure It Out.
Yeah,
like they were all kind of like
solid
game shows.
Yeah, real solid.
Like a Family Feud kind of game show or Jeopardy, but like for kids.
Yeah, and that's when we were kind of tailing. That was like the tail end of our cartoon days, so like our Nickelodeon days.
Was it? Was it after cartoons? Or was it, I feel like they were older shows.
I feel like Figure It Out might have been like a Drake and Josh time. I feel like I remember both of those at the same time.
Maybe.
But that was, I mean, you're pretty close with my.
Hang on, I got more.
Oh wow, we still have more.
Another honorable mention. Was Angry Beavers.
Oh,
I loved me some Angry Beavers.
I don't even know if I've seen one episode of Angry Beavers.
Not one?
No.
It's pretty good. I think it's on Netflix. Like if you go, or it was on Netflix at least. If you go into like the Netflix and go to like the kids section, they have Angry Beavers. It's tough to watch. It was. It was like a couple of years, like not a couple. It was like 5 years ago. I tried to put it on, just like I used to watch the show all the time. It was a tough watch.
Yeah, I feel like that happens when we get older. We're like, what the fuck were we
I think
watching?
I didn't even get through a whole episode. It's like, no thanks. No more for me.
You know, I'm surprised both of us didn't mention Rugrats.
Yeah.
At all.
It's true. I did watch a lot of Rugrats.
I do remember watching a lot of it.
I got a couple more on my honorable mention.
Okay.
I'm telling you,
all the Nickelodeon
I made a
shows.
list of 10. Number 9.
I should have spoke early.
Should probably be above Angry Beavers, but I wasn't too worried about ranking them after 5. Number 9 for me was Ned's Declassified.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was a fun one.
I feel like that show came out while we entered middle school.
Yeah, I think so.
So it was kind of like we were going through middle school with Ned a little bit.
Yeah, I do remember a few Ned episodes.
Yeah. But I felt like that one was like we were the same age as the kids in the show.
Yeah, which helps.
For the first time ever.
Relatability.
Yeah. So that was interesting. And then my last one are 2 shows that I know I watched, and I can only remember one scene from both of them.
Okay.
And it was Cat Dog.
Oh, shit.
And Chalk Zone.
Don't know what Chalk Zone is. Love
Chalk Zone was remember the Doodle Bob episode of SpongeBob?
Yeah.
Where he would draw stuff and it would come to life?
Yeah. That's
Chalk
what
Zone was the whole show. He had chalk and he was able to draw stuff into existence. The one episode I remember from that is like a perpetual motion device. I guess it was the science fair.
Oh.
And a perpetual motion device is something that keeps it going, keeps itself going, powers itself, and should never die. It just is perpetually always in motion.
Okay.
Powers itself, doesn't need to be plugged in or a battery. Apparently it's impossible in real life.
Oh, okay.
You can't have something that self-powers itself forever.
Okay.
He
did it, though.
He drew it in chalk and made it work.
Love it.
Yeah. And then in Cat Dog, I don't really remember a lot, except for, I remember 2 now. When they lived in some house.
Yep.
And then they were going to build a freeway right over their house. Do you remember that one?
I do remember that one.
And they got mad because one dog wanted it and the other cat didn't or something, and so they lived on one lived outside and one lived inside, and they had to like hang out through the window.
I feel like I watched so much Cat Dog, but can't remember a fucking thing.
And
about
another
it.
thing I remember from that show is I can't remember what he was collecting, whether it was action figures or it was comic books. It was something that you keep like pristine if you keep it in the box. And it was like all the rage, and it was like if you and me.
Wait, hold on, I'm trying to think.
If it was like you collected action figures, you collected G.I. Joes, and I just made fun of you the whole time. Like, that's stupid. That's a stupid collection. You don't want that. Like, throw it out. Blah blah blah. I don't know why you're keeping that. And at the end of the episode, I go down into a secret vault, and I just remembered, even though they're attached,
it was action figures.
even though they're attached, like he was walking through 20 doors closing.
I think it was action figures. Oh yeah,
20 doors closing, and then he's just in a vault of walls lined with action
it
figures.
was definitely action figures.
Yeah.
Wow, holy shit!
Yeah, Cat Dog.
I forgot about Cat Dog.
Great show. From what I remember.
Yeah, it's tough. It's all a blur from back then. I was thinking of that too. I was like, man, I can't remember a lot of stuff from like when I was a kid. Like,
Yeah.
it's kind of scary.
It is a little scary. But, you know,
Everything
you kind of have to jog the memory.
Yeah,
Like-
yeah, it's true.
As I was talking about Cat Dog, I remembered the like interstate highway thing.
There it is.
Are
He's in
those
the
action
vault
figures?
of all the action
Mean
figures.
Mean Bob
Oh
action
yeah,
figures.
the Mean Bobs.
Yes.
That's it. They even have quotes from the episode on here.
What is that? Cat Dog Wikipedia?
Cat Dog Wiki.
I knew it. They got a wiki for everything.
That's crazy. All right, so I only have 2 in mind. I should have added the Rugrats there just because I know I watched a lot of it.
Mhm.
So
I remember like
had,
the Rugrats movie was one of my favorite movies.
oh yeah.
And like Rugrats go to Paris or something.
Yeah, then remember it was all grown up.
I watched it a little bit.
Yeah, it was kind of weird, I think.
It wasn't as good.
Yeah.
And then isn't there some theory about Rugrats that Angelica has
Split personality.
she's like a schizophrenic or
Yeah,
something,
and all
and
those kids are just
all
made
the
up.
babies are made up?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that there's a lot of conspiracy theories on like a lot of our young TV shows.
I don't want to hear them.
Yeah, me either.
Don't ruin my childhood.
All that.
All that. Yeah, it was like Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, but for kids.
For kids.
Yeah. You had like Totally Kyle, Keenan and Kel in it.
Keenan and Kel was its own show
yeah,
too.
I know,
I
it's
thought
its
about
own
putting
show.
that down.
And then my other one was Figure It Out with Summer Sanders. I love that one. So that was a fun little game show. They had those little
With Summer Sanders.
yeah, the host. With your host, Summer Sanders. it was that announcer that always wore like a goofy hat every episode.
I don't remember it that well.
Oh man, I loved Figure It Out. And what was her name? What was the cast name on that? It was like I think it was,
Figure Out was always different. It was like
but there was usually always 1 or 2 that were always there. I feel like.
I don't think so. I think Figure It Out always had different Nickelodeon celebrities.
What was her name? Got to figure it out real quick.
Yeah,
Gotta
figure it out, Jake.
What the hell was her name? Well, it was definitely people who came back. Like there was always like a constant couple people who would come back. Now they have weird.
Yeah, probably. There's probably regulars.
Oh wow, they really revamped Figure It Out. It is not what it used to look like. Lori Beth Denberg. Lori Beth, that's what I was thinking of. She was always there, I feel like. Summer Sanders. She's a sports analysis now. What the hell?
Summer
Sanders.
I always liked those like game shows that they put on Nickelodeon. They were always good.
Yeah, they're always good. Always good entertainment value.
Oh yeah.
All right, that was our list, baby. Good job. Those were a good.
What would you say to something like that, Jake?
I would say.
You just made the list.
That's right.
I was clicking on it, but what was the point? All right. Any last words before we head out?
No, Jake, I think we had a good episode.
I think so too. How was your beer?
My beer was as good as a 7.2.
Wow, 7.2.
Yeah. Yep.
Honestly, I'm not very far off. I am probably right about a 7.
Yeah, I mean, it's just an average IPA.
Yeah, it wasn't fantastic.
No.
I have to say. And the beers that we had at this brewery were really good.
This beer itself was much
maybe it's
better.
the canning. Maybe
Canning,
that's what it
or
is.
we just had it fresh.
Yeah.
Fresh off the tap.
I know my flight was absolutely delish.
Also wasn't our first brewery, which could have helped.
Yeah, could help too. All right. That's all we got for you guys today.
110 in the books.
Thanks for sticking around, and have a fantastic week.
See you next week for the 111.
Oh, baby. See you.
Thanks for listening to the Any and Everything Show.